Hello, we'll see how to create a Lambda function. Okay, what is AWS Lambda? Is a serverless compute service that enables users to run a code without provisioning or managing the servers. It will automatically manage the underlying infrastructure of the whatever you have created. Okay, so it automatically manage the all the services, all the servers, including the your provisioning, patching, scaling, etc. Okay, so what are the advantages of the Lambda function is that it is a serverless facility. It means that users do not need to manage the servers. AWS handles all the infrastructure itself. Okay, so there is no need to handle the servers. Second characteristics of the AWS Lambda is that it is event driven. What do you mean by the event driven? That is, Lambda functions are triggered by the events from the various AWS services like a S3 object creation or a DynamoDB stream update or API gateway request or any other custom requests. So it is a totally event driven. Now another characteristics of AWS Lambda is a pay as you go. What do you mean by the pay as you go? Users are charged only for the compute time consumed when their code is running. So with no charge when code is idle. So when I am running my code, I will be charged. When it is in idle position, it will not be charged. And next characteristics of the AWS Lambda is automatic scaling. Means Lambda automatically scales the execution environment to handle the incoming request or events. Okay, ensuring the high availability and the performance. So if your website or any web portal you have created, you require the high availability of it, so it is automatically done by the AWS Lambda. So these are all characteristics of the AWS Lambda function. Now we will see how to create a AWS Lambda function. So you type in the browser here, search lambda. Okay, so this screen will appear. Now here click on the create function. Okay, so here I am going to create a lambda function to create a S3 bucket automatically. So when I run the code, okay, it will create the S3 bucket. Normally for creating the S3 bucket you have to manually go to the S3, then you have to create the access the servers, then you input something in that S3 bucket. So but here when I run the code in the function, okay, it will automatically create the S3 bucket with the name whatever I specified in the code. So let's see how to do that. So basic information, give the function name which you want to create. I'll give here lambda. Okay, 999, this is my function name. Then the runtime, so we are going to select a language in which we are going to write a code here. So I'll select the Python. Now this is architecture, keep all these things as it is, don't make any change. Permissions, okay, then change default execution code, click over here. Then there are the execution modes. Okay, so if you are already created the role, you can select it from here, select. So I am having already created some roles here, but initially we don't, suppose we don't have created any role, so I'll click on the I'll create one new role and I'll add that role over here, so that which will be displayed here now. So create a new role with basic lambda permissions, click on the IAM console. Now select trusted entity AWS service. So here I am going to create a role or the functionality function, okay, for the okay, for S3. So here S3 service I am going to allocate to the lambda function. So I will provide all the access or the permissions of S3 to the function lambda. Okay, so keep this as it is, AWS service use case. Now I am going to create a use case for the lambda, so I will select lambda from here. Okay, so use case lambda, click on the next. Fine. Add permissions. Now I am going to add the permission to the Lambda function to create a S3 bucket. So all the S3 services are being allocated to the Lambda function. So for that purpose I will select from here S3 full. So all services of the S3 I am going to allocate to the Lambda function. So I will select this S3 full access. Next, give the role name here. Okay, this is my role name. So description allows Lambda function to call AWS service on your behalf. Here you just create role. So this role is created. Now we'll go to the previous tab here and we'll see the use an existing role. Now we have created role. We'll see here whether it is being appeared or not. Refresh this. Yeah. Okay, we will check whether the role which we have created is being appeared or not. Okay, see, this is the we have created, it has been appeared. Select this role. Okay, then click on the create function. Close this. Now here, this is the code. Now here I am going to type the code which will create the S3 bucket. So I am having this code. Okay, so just copy this code. I have created this code, you can see. Okay, copy this code which will create the S3 bucket. Okay, so remove this one and paste your code. Clear? So I am going to create the function. This is the name of my bucket. Okay, you can change the name if you want. Okay, so this is a bucket which will create automatically once I run this code. So deploy this first of all. And test, click on the test. So once you click on the test, it will create a new test event. Click on that. So you have to create a new test for this. So I'll give the test name here, suppose mm1. Save this test. Okay, once you save this test, click on the invoke. Okay, so I'll check whether this bucket hello Sakeki is being created in S3 or not. So I click on S3 here, new window, click on the S3 and we'll see whether that bucket name which I have given in the code is being created or not. Yes, so if you see, this is the hello Sakek bucket is automatically created. Okay, so this code in which I have given the name of the bucket is hello Sakek, that is once I deploy and tested the code, given the test case name, okay, the bucket hello socket is already being created. Okay, so this is way Lambda function automatically create a or call the service, any kind of service. It may be a DynamoDB, your S3 bucket. So like that you can create number of buckets on a in a single click event. Okay, so this is way Lambda function works. Okay, thank you.